The shutdown is apparently over, but the leftist Democrat base is not happy about how it all played out. And they're actually getting really pissed off at the current Democrat leadership. And that, of course, is what we're going to see being discussed over here on The View. But before we get to these clips, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe on this video so we can break through the algorithms. Here we go.
I understand that not all of my Democratic colleagues are satisfied with this agreement. But waiting another week or another month wouldn't deliver a better outcome.
This agreement tonight is a win for the American people. There was zero chance of dealing with the ACA issue as long as the shutdown continued. Now, I don't know, 50-50, but there's a lot better chance now than there was this morning.
This was a very, very bad vote. And what the election showed is that the American people want us to stand up to Trumpism, to his war against working class people, to his authoritarianism. That is what the American people wanted. But tonight, that is not what happened.
You say this is going to happen, and then it doesn't happen.
Right.
So surprise me and show me that this is really, that people are going to get their money, that people are going to get the money that they are entitled to. It's not a gift.
Right.
They're entitled to this money during when there's a shutdown. You're entitled to that money.
Yeah. I don't think anyone wins in a government shutdown, and I welcome this deal. And let me tell you why. So the fight over extending the Obamacare subsidies is about addressing 22 million Americans who are going to see their health care premiums skyrocket. I believe that's important. I'm with Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm with Mike Lawler and a number of Republicans who believe we have to extend those for at least a year. However, in the interim, while the government remains shut down, 42 million people are losing SNAP benefits ahead of the holidays. So to me, we've got to hold out for those 22 million whose premiums are going to go up, but deny these people SNAP benefits in the meantime. That math doesn't math for me. I think adults need to get to the table and need to be willing to negotiate. Democrats are going to look like losers if they're just attacking each other in this. For some reason, Marjorie Taylor Greene was better at messaging the stakes of this shutdown, it feels like, than a lot of Democrats were. You have to give people the benefits they are entitled to under SNAP. You have to address the underlying issues of the crisis of healthcare in this country, but get government back working. No one can get anywhere. Flights aren't flying. The holidays are coming.
Yeah.
This is a welcome decision in my mind.
Okay.
Look, let's be clear. The Republicans run the House. The Republicans run the Senate. The Republicans run the White House. The Republicans run the Supreme Court, as far as I'm concerned. This was a choice by Republicans to cut SNAP benefits. This was a choice by Republicans to cut ACA subsidies. This was a choice by the Republicans to gut the federal government and federal employment. Democrats had nothing to do with it. I want an opposition party. I think the Democrats caved. I think the Democrats let down the American people. And like you, Whoopi, I have absolutely no faith that the Republican Party will come to the negotiating table in good faith. You know, you do something like this, shame on you the first time. You do it twice, 3 times, 4 times, shame on me. Shame on the Democrats for even believing that the Republicans will, even vote on it. There's no guarantee in this New Deal that there's going to be a vote. There's no even commitment to have a vote. So the bottom line is the Democrats went into this after a blue wave out of the American people saying, we do want the opposition. The working people want the Democratic Party to fight for them. And now they just caved and surrendered. I think Chuck Schumer, his days are over. If he cannot keep his caucus together, he needs to go. He needs to be replaced.
I completely disagree with you, Sonny, for this reason, what you rattled off. The Republicans run the executive branch, the legislative, the judicial, according to you. They have all the power right now. The problem here is it's a privilege to say our food's not affected, our health insured,
there are people in my family that receive SNAP benefits.
I'm not just saying, I'm not meaning family. We're all affected by, as we go out. But I'm saying right here to say it's a privilege that they don't have health care and now they don't have food. The people are struggling so much. Our food banks, all week in our towns, we're at the food banks. We were delivering nonstop and we kept getting notifications, they're empty again, they're empty again. Opposition, people can vote in a blue wave and say, but opposition, when you have no power, is not helping us at all. They need food on the table. We need our flights back up in the air. The holidays are coming. People can't afford Christmas.
Then the Republican Party should have done it.
Yeah, but guess what? By doing this now, you open the government, we get our Arizona special elect.
Yeah.
Thank you. We get our vote on the Epstein stuff.
Grijalva.
And yes, thank you. I don't say her name right. Say it again.
Adelita Grijalva.
She will be sworn in because there are no more excuses.
And the Epstein files still won't get released.
No, but they'll have to take a public vote and go on record for not doing
care.
it. Sonny, I'm just saying that's yeah, I care. But what you're saying about if they don't come through, fine. I don't have a lot of faith in them, but call them on their bluff. Let the American public know the Democrats did their best, and now they're saying enough is enough. People need food, they need health care. Anything that happens here that was promised and isn't delivered, completely on the Republicans.
Well, let me
So my take on this is obviously a little bit different, because here we have some Democrats who are very upset that their party is not being the opposition party. They're not standing up to Donald Trump. And all I have to say is, how does that feel? All right. For decades, Republicans have always caved, bent over backwards, done exactly what the Democrats want. And now, of course, we've actually grown a backbone under Trump. That, of course, has been the biggest side effect of a Trump presidency, both back in 2016 and, of course, now. Republicans are growing a backbone because they're seeing that, oh, you can actually stand up to the media. You can actually stand up to the Democrats and still walk away unscathed. That's a great lesson to learn. But here we have Democrats who are not used to that at all. They're not used to their party backing down and not getting anything that they wanted, which, let's face it, is exactly what happened here. But the Democrats also found themselves in a little bit of a catch-22, all right? Because you have the Sonny Hostin side out there who says, you know, we should have kept everything shut down. We should have stayed and fought for the American people to get their SNAP benefits, to get their health care, blah, 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 blah. But here's the problem. It wasn't working, all right? As Sara Haines actually points out, you know what? There were a lot of people out there not getting those subsidies, right? There are a lot of people out there starving. The food banks are backed up. So we can't come out here and say that, oh, keep fighting while people who actually need the subsidies, etc., were not getting theirs. Now, of course, that's not really how I feel about all this, because I think the subsidies need to be cut back tremendously. This is the Democrat problem, right? They have built their whole brand on helping the downtrodden, etc. So when you deny them their subsidies, all for the sake of winning some political argument later on, it's not going to sit well with them, right? So I love how it all turned out. And notice the language that Whoopi Goldberg was using at the very beginning, right? All of the people out there who've been cut off, they're entitled to that money. They deserve that money. They were promised that money. No, they weren't, because the Democrats had all of the Obamacare subsidies run out at this time on purpose. And of course, the Democrats were the ones who were voting not to reopen the government, so the ones denying the SNAP benefits that were already approved, right? Those were going to go out if the government was open, okay? So Whoopi doesn't know what the crap she's talking about. And I love seeing the fallout from all of this, because the Democrats have been completely and utterly defeated on this issue, although it may have helped them win some elections in some of these blue-leaning places. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and say hi to your mom for me. Do you like t-shirts? Of course you do. And now you can support the channel by buying an Angry Teacher t-shirt designed by me, Angry Teacher. So if you like America, if you like freedom, if you like liberty, then go ahead and click the link in the description, where all designs, of course, are 100% mother approved. So enjoy yourself and find something you like today.